What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. I just want to focus in on the Cody Franson contract negotiations with the Leafs and where they stand in terms of getting a resolution done and what options there are for both sides. As many of you know, he's probably the only restricted free agent still out there. No one's offer cheated him or anything, and I don't think he's arbitration eligible, so that never happened. And right now, I know he's skating with the Canadian college team. There was rumors about him possibly go to Europe. I don't think those haven't come to fruition, and I don't think they will. I think a deal will get done. It just might happen a week into the season. We're just under 2 weeks away from the start of the season. So if he comes back in the next 5 days to give him 10 days of camp, maybe 1 or 2 exhibition games, it's going to be tough to get your timing back, after a long off season. But I think it can get done. I just think, one thing that's hurting him is, the Toronto cap situation. He's willing to take a 1-year deal and then line up for a bigger payday next year, but the Leafs want to lock him up long term. I mean, it's funny. They got him for nothing 2 years ago from the Preds. Nashville had to dump off salary in hopes of keeping Weber, Rene, and Suda. They got 2 out of 3, but, it's just funny how, David Poile doesn't make too many boneheaded decisions, and that was one of them. But back to Franson, a deal has to get done in this circumstance. I know when someone tweeted about how good Paul Ranger and Morgan Riley looked in camp. That's gonna hurt him too. If he doesn't sign until after the start of the season, and Ranger and Riley both make the team and they're both playing well, what are you gonna do then? It's just a very intriguing situation, and I thought this would have been resolved months ago. I mean, no one's offer sheeted him, much like Derek Stepan, or maybe he has an offer sheet, he just hasn't signed it in hopes of staying with the Leafs. But at this point, you just want to get yourself in camp and get ready to go from the start of the season. And it's just weird to see a holdout this long for a guy that really, he's a number 2 or 3 defenseman. And I know when it takes you saying that he is what he is. And I just think it's gonna be something to watch going forward. And in terms of how teams approach negotiations, and other thing that's really hurt everyone, restricted and unrestricted free agents, is the cap going down. That decrease in room has made it harder for teams to keep guys in the fold, and it's just tough. And like I said, the bridge deals like they gave Kadri are an option, but they want to keep him in the term beyond, keep him in the fold longer than 1 year. So they're kind of playing chicken with a train right here. I think both sides are. I think there's 2 trains on two different tracks, and they're going to collide with 2 trains on the same track. So this could end poorly, but also, like I said, a resolution, last minute, something could get done. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's the next episode of the Power Play with CJ on the Cody Franson contract negotiations. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the off-season, training camp, and beyond. Later, guys.